But I'm not really going to listen to it. And if anything, I'm getting stronger in the MGTOW. I'm getting stronger in the Force. You do not understand the full power of the dark side. So, yeah.
Good, Tru Sherm. Release your anger. Start spreading fake news, and together you and the MGTOW can con men into believing they're victims. Marriage bad, MGTOW good. Do it. Sorry, Tru Sherm, but you have failed me for the last time. I find your lack of real evidence in your video disturbing. In all seriousness, though, I agree, MGTOW is the dark side, and you have proven that through the terrible arguments in your video. You've been making a lot of claims with little evidence, you continue to act hypocritical, and you keep going off topic. And your video has accomplished nothing. The MGTOW community should be the last ones talking about shaming language, because in reality, it's mainly the MGTOW community that is doing the shaming. Earlier, this hypocrisy was exposed when I showed how you complained when trolls shamed you, yet you insulted me because I made a video disagreeing with you. Good morrow, ladies and gents, it is I, the Crimson Crusader, your favorite anti-MGTOW YouTuber, ready to defend men from the MGTOW, the dark side of the manosphere. I'm going to finish my series of videos exposing Tru Sherm's bullshit with this final and very short video, where I'll be criticizing and making fun of Tru Sherm's attitudes, arguments, and actions in his video rant called Shaming MGTOW. As you all know, I'll be responding to clips and paraphrasing his arguments to cut down video time. If you haven't seen parts 1, 2, and 3 of my response to his video, then I highly recommend you watch those first. Let's finish this. Welcome to part 4, the final chapter in this tale of the battle between the anti-MGTOW reality and the MGTOW insanity.
First of all, nothing's my fault. Nothing's your fault, men. There's not a damn thing you did to anyone out there. Unless you actually balled up your fist and punched her, or you cheated on her or some shit like that. And even then, as an adult, if someone cheats on me, I'm not gonna fucking drag their name through the mud. I break up with them. You're a whore. Goodbye. Simple, right? But no. Not so simple when it's the other way around.
How do you know that there isn't a damn thing a man hasn't done out there? Stop making assumptions and try using actual facts for a change. If you're against dragging people's names through the mud, then why did you call me a...
Motherfuckers like you gonna still be anti-MGTOW.
For having a different opinion than you. The hypocrisy continues. While I agree that people shouldn't try to ruin someone's life for doing something bad, however, there's nothing wrong if you end up harming a person's reputation if you catch them doing something immoral, as long as what you are saying is true. If someone cheats on you, I think you should let people know about that, so in the future when someone dates this person, they will be aware of what they are getting into. Cheaters don't deserve good reputations. Just like how corrupt officials deserve bad reputations, because this negative consequence shows the community that people are being held accountable for their actions. Again, stop making assumptions. How can you tell that this is happening the other way around? I challenge you to define and prove this point.
People's preferences don't bother me. What bothers me is when people try to force their preferences on me, or they try to get me to oh, you have to say it like this, or you have to understand it like this. And if I don't understand it a specific way, then they get all pissy at me.
Clarify what you mean by preferences. To me, it sounds like you're talking about how you don't like people imposing their opinions on others. If that's the case, I have a really hard time believing preferences don't bother you. I prefer to believe in the reality that MGTOW is one of the shittiest movements that has ever existed, and you personally insulted me for disagreeing. I agree with you that people shouldn't force their preferences on people, and that's what's so great about the anti-MGTOW community. We aren't forcing people to leave MGTOW. All we are doing is using logic and facts to try to persuade people to take a dosage of reality. If MGTOW refuses to accept the truth, then that's their choice, and anti-MGTOWs like myself will not attempt to force them to agree with us. However, it seems many people in the MGTOW community are trying to impose their preferences of being a MGTOW on us. For example, MGTOW like yourself use the dirty tactic of shaming language to shut down our ability to voice our opinion. What's worse is the MGTOW community is making threats against anti-MGTOW and other people for opposing their ideas. I've been banned on multiple MGTOW servers for literally just being an anti-MGTOW. What's funny is, you get angry at us criticizing you, yet you have no problem calling out women, which makes your community look weak.
Seriously did not. And it's like, no matter how many times you apologize to these people, it's like once you apologize to them, now they got you. They got some sort of inclination of power over you. They now have the power of the dark side over you. It's like, no, you don't have anything over me. Okay, I'll try to be as polite as possible with some people. But boy, some people, whew, they a handful to deal with. And I just ain't got the time. I ain't got that kind of time, baby. I just don't. I ain't got time to be mending everyone's feelings, baby.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call you out on your own hypocrisy here. How can you say you're trying to be polite when you literally use shaming language on people who disagree with you? What have anti-MGTOW like myself have ever done personally to you to make you insult us? I agree that people should not try to use someone's sincere apology as a tool of control. However, if someone's apology seems insincere, they deserve to get called out for that stunt.
Why do I have to earn your respect, motherfucker? You know, shouldn't it be the other way around? And the answer to that is yes. But see, that's the thing. We should fight to try to, respect each other as best we can. And if we can't, then we got to get the fuck out the room. It's as simple as that. All this other bullshit about, you're up in my channel trying to tell me how to run my shit, trying to tell me about my life, and like that's not going to get you anything. Again, shaming tactics is not going to get you my respect.
Oh, this just gets better and better. I'm sorry, but I think the MGTOW community are the last ones that should be talking about respect. It's not like Tru Sherm insulted people who disagreed with him. At least it's not like some people in the MGTOW community are threatening to dox the opposition. Oh. I mean, sure, there will always be bad people in every community, but the MGTOW community has so much shit going on that's clear the community is acting irresponsibly. There is little to no accountability because I never see many prominent MGTOW calling out other MGTOW for using shaming language or constantly insulting the opposition. You don't see me making constant insults at people. If you care so much about respect, Tru Sherm, why do you shame people? If you care about respecting each other, why haven't I seen one video where you are attempting to hold your own community accountable? I agree with you that if two parties can't respect each other, they should separate. However, I think this should be temporary, and I think that both parties should find some way of at least coexisting. If you have two groups that disrespect each other and no one does anything to address the situation, the conflict will eventually escalate. What's ironic is how Tru Sherm chastises people for telling him how to run his life on his channel, yet in my response video to your message to Anti-MGTOW's video, you literally told me how to run my own channel. You complain about me criticizing MGTOW and not having conversations with MGTOW when in fact I have. Tru Sherm, if you find shaming language so disrespectful, why are you shaming your opposition such as people like me? Tru Sherm's final point in this video is to not let people shame you for being MGTOW. Again, what do you mean by shaming? I think people should try to be respectful to MGTOW, but once they cross the line, they lose that respect. This point just highlights the hypocrisy of MGTOW. You want us to not shame you for being MGTOW, yet when I make a video where I say something different than what you like, then you shame me for sharing my own opinion. That's it. I've heard enough of this bullshit for one day. Well, folks, that wraps up this video. First, I want to say that Tru Sherm did make some good points in this video, and many of them I didn't talk about because I was trying to stay on topic. However, Tru Sherm's video is really just another example of how hypocritical the MGTOW community seems to be. Not all MGTOW act hypocritically, but the community seems to be giving off that general vibe, and I haven't seen not one MGTOW talk about this. This seems to indicate a lack of accountability in the community, which for some reason doesn't surprise me. Overall, this video is another example that proves what Anti-MGTOW is saying. Tru Sherm's video was very fallacious, full of assumptions, playing the victim, and just more lies and nonsense. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this video that fights MGTOW fiction with facts. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. You can also follow me at Crimson Crusader on Twitter. Is the MGTOW community disrespectful? Is the MGTOW community mostly a cancer on this platform? Are the MGTOW in league with the dark side? Let me know in the comments below. My fair ladies and honorable gents, fare thee well.